All right, welcome back to the Malapert Smart Podcast. Thank you to Vlad, the wrestling expert, for joining us.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here, guys. Happy to be here. I just wasn't ready to talk. I wasn't prepared for you, to hear my voice. But now that continue on with this amazing show.
All right. Also got the Frozen Asian. Robert,
What's up?
a mainstay on this show, future Malapert Smart Hall of Famer, if he could keep his nose clean. Because one of the major requirements is that you don't have controversies in your real life. Like you can't have beaten your wife or girlfriend or murdered somebody or something like this.
I think as long as he stays off the steroids, he'll get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay off the drugs and the steroids and
no
the cocaine.
roid rage for me.
Yeah.
But we're here to talk Sting at AEW. We've been down on AEW lately, but we do have to mention that a lot of these wrestlers are legends and incredible talents. So despite AEW's shortcomings in their bookings, we still have to respect them and at least give this some coverage. We haven't talked much about Sting in recent weeks, but we got news that AEW Revolution will be his final show. The pay-per-view, he's going to retire. So we've been doing the Sting farewell tour basically for the past few months. He's been getting matches here and there, tag team matches and such with Darby. As of the recording, we're recording this on January 12th, but a couple days ago on Dynamite, Takeshita and Hobbs from Don Callis' family. All right.
Correct.
So I didn't see this yet, so this will be like a fresh thing for me, but Vlad told me there was a insane bump at the end of this, that Sting took a wild bump and he got hurt, or it looked like he got hurt.
It was just that he got hurt. It wasn't that. Yeah, it looks like he just landed wrong on his head.
All right. Well, let's take a look at it. Is this towards the end of the match, Vlad? Let's see.
It was, literally the end of the match.
Yeah, the very end. Yeah,
Why is
it's
Ric
like
Flair-
Ric Flair does some chops and.
Oh, okay.
An
So he's involved physically.
You probably could run it here.
Yeah, this is fine right here.
This has been the most jeopardy we've seen Sting in the entire time he's been here in AEW. I think you're right. He might not make it to Greensboro. Well, what the hell's Hobbs going to do?
Man, we're always a little scared when they're doing some weird thing like this with Sting. I mean, we have one segment on our channel. Sting did 2 insane spots in 4 days. It almost killed him. We might start running a playlist about crazy, daring Sting moments from AEW where he almost kills himself. But also, because his retirement's coming up and he's guaranteeing that that's his last day, shouldn't he be careful enough to at least make it to that day and not...
I was going to bring that up.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's see what happened.
Those tables.
Hobbs carried Sting on his back all the way. They're on some What the fuck? He did a scorpion death drop off like a 10-foot high stage.
Off a stage onto a table, but yeah.
He landed on the floor, basically. All right, let's see it again. Let's rewind this.
I think later they show better replay. You don't have the best angle here.
It's too high up. Why would you do that? Jesus, Sting is crazy. Yeah, man, that was a pretty dangerous looking spot. Let's forward to the replay. Ric Flair checking on Sting. Dude, that's gotta do something too. He looks screwed up.
Yeah, well, he landed on his head.
Even your back, dude, like his spine.
Well, yeah, that too.
So what happened? They won the match?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was a weak pin, but it was still a pin.
Oh, it was a false count anywhere type of thing?
Yeah, this is a tornado.
Yeah, you missed the pin part.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Yeah, he was all fucked up and he... All right then. Well, there was a surprise at the end of this, I gather. So I haven't seen this yet, but I'm just gonna skip forward to it because supposedly the people who are gonna challenge Sting for his final Revolution match, they're gonna present themselves here.
Look to America here because March 3rd is rapidly approaching. It's your last match. It's at Revolution. It's at Greensboro. Ticket sales are through the roof. Fans will be watching on pay-per-view, but I have one question. For your final match, who will your opponent be?
Oh, so they ask him straight up. Oh, they got a pop. They got a little pop. There were some people screaming, and they heard the Young Bucks music come out. They are at Daly's place, though, the home of AEW. Are those real cheers?
I have no idea. Anything's possible.
And here come the Young Bucks. dressed incredibly douchey. They both have douchebag mustaches. I would call them 70s porn star mustaching almost.
For his final match.
What is that hat called that
It's not a bad idea.
Matt Jackson's wearing on the left? So he's got a really douchey white hat. Is there a name for that? A fedora? No, it's not a fedora. I'm not a fashion expert.
Yeah, me neither. But I know what you're talking about.
So here comes the Young Bucks.
One is wearing white, one is wearing black. They look like 70s or 80s.
Okay, so the Young Bucks, huh? I mean, what else are we to think after they ask who's going to be their final match against and the Young Bucks come out? Supposedly this is a
I
challenge.
think Ric Flair just asked Tony Schiavone, who the fuck are these guys?
Oh my! Is there anything else to this, Vlad? They just stare at each other the rest of the show?
Yeah, that's it. They leave and the show ends, yeah.
All right then. Well, what do you think? I guess I'll go to Vlad first. Sting's final match: Sting and Darby versus the Young Bucks. What do you think? You're not a fan of the Young Bucks, okay? Let's just spoil that for the audience who hasn't listened to us. You're in the other.
You're
in Camp Jim Cornette, basically. You're of the opinion that the Young Bucks.
I got the shirt on. You can't really see it that well here, but yeah, I got
Yeah.
You can see the glasses. But anyways, yeah, but it's not just about that. It's just that as far as this whole thing with why against Sting, would it make sense to? I just can't wrap my mind around it. Why would this be the last match for Sting against these jokers? They're goofs. They're literal goofs. So I don't know. I don't have any explanation except I read that maybe Sting wanted it this way. Sting chose this, but if Sting chose this, then oh God, man.
Maybe he's doing what's best for the business. He's gonna put the young guys over on the way out.
He's gonna put the Young Bucks over on his last match.
Yeah, I guess. Well, he's got to put somebody over. He's gone from the business.
In North Carolina, he's going to put over. Oh my God, the Young Bucks. That's a disaster of epic proportions that I've ever seen. Oh my God, what a disgrace! It's a shame that it didn't work out for him in WWE, or he didn't have a long enough stake. Obviously, it would have been much cooler if he ever had the last match like The Undertaker, Goldberg, Lesnar. Someone like that, but that would have been like the way to end his career against the Young Bucks with Darby in a tag match. I mean, I'm not saying that the AEW had anybody they really could have gotten anyways that would have been anywhere comparable to any of the guys I just mentioned the WWE could have possibly had. But yeah, the Young Bucks is to me maybe the worst choice of anything.
Yeah, and this doesn't have any storyline to it. There's no relation to them so far. So this is just like a cold angle, basically, that they're just throwing out there. Let me get thoughts from Robert before I say stuff.
Well, I'll start off by saying I actually do like the Young Bucks.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Having said that, I still don't like this matchup. Stylistic, I don't think this is a good matchup for Sting, even with Darby Allin as his tag partner. I would have preferred an opponent that could work a slower pace. That would be a better matchup for Sting. Like, I think FTR would have worked better, personally. Even though there's no.
They did that though already. They kind of had a 6-man with FTRs, but it's okay. That could have been better as the last match.
Yeah,
still, I agree.
It would have been a better stylistic matchup for Sting. Like, if they can work a slower pace, that would favor him, right?
Yes.
So that it wouldn't be too much of Darby Allin carrying like the majority of the match, where Sting would just come out at the end and do his thing, and then that would be the end, right? I think that's how it's gonna play out. In this match, Sting would have probably like very short spurts. Whereas if they were to go up against FTR, he could work longer, not just like wait in the outside for too long. Yeah, and like you or Vlad, I forgot which one of you mentioned it, that there's no history between the Young Bucks and Sting, so like this just came out of nowhere. It would have made more sense if his opponent was someone that there is some history, but okay. Yeah. I mean, if he really did choose them, he got what he wanted. We'll see how it turns out, but I'm not a fan of this matchup personally.
Well, the one rumor I heard somebody throw out there that was being bantied about, I don't know how much legitimacy it has, but I forgot where I heard it even, but I'm just throwing it out here to you guys, is that somehow maybe they're going to figure a way to get the tag team titles on the Young Bucks and have Sting and Darby go over and Sting win the tag team titles on his last match. So I guess that would be kind of cool.
What sense would that make?
Well, to win the title on his last match, like, what better way to go out?
No,
I don't agree. No,
I will take that. I will take that. I could see it being somewhat of an exciting match if that's the case. If there's titles on the line, and there's going to be a bunch of run-ins, and Ric Flair is there and everything. And
it would have made sense if Sting was still somewhat in his prime and a little bit younger, but he's not even close. It doesn't make sense for him to walk away with the title. No.
All right.
And I have all the respect for Sting, but it just still doesn't make any sense for that to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put a pin in that then. I guess I don't know what more we could say. It's just slight disappointment from you two. I'm sorry if there's any Young Bucks fans out there listening, because I know some portion of the AEW fans are big Young Bucks fans, and so if you're watching this and you're disappointed in our show and you're not gonna subscribe now, you know.
Tough. Get over it.
Well, yeah, okay, but we'll see how.
Literally killing their own company.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how it plays out. We'll see if the match is any good. But what can we do? It is what it is. Anyways, that'll be all for this segment. We're going to move on to talking some classic wrestling talk now. Sting is actually in the storyline we're talking about next in the NWO invasion angle of WCW. In the last episode that we did, he had just got spray painted for the first time with the NWO letters on his back. So we're at a wild point in this now, so stay tuned for that. Watch out for that to drop. We got our playlist going on our YouTube page. You look for WCW After Hogan Turned Evil, and we've already have 5 parts. Part 6 is coming up, so let's see what happens, what the fallout is to that wild show that we watched last time. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll get notified when we post that. So check back in with us for new wrestling content, updated on the weekly. We try to do a few videos every week that helps you guys kill some time in your life and talk some wrestling. Forget about your problems, man. Wrestling is all that matters, man. We'll see you guys on the next video.